Chosen one, have you ever wondered why you feel drained after being around too many people? Why it feels almost unnatural for you to stay in large crowds for long periods of time? Why you sometimes prefer solitude, even when others think you're being distant or antisocial? It's not a coincidence, it's because you are chosen. Drop this in the comments right now if you've ever felt this. Crowds drain me. You'll see how many other chosen ones can relate to what you're going through. See, chosen ones are wired differently. When God sets his hand on your life, he separates you, not because you're better than others, but because your spirit is too sensitive, too pure, too connected to heaven to be mixed with everything happening in the world. The first reason chosen ones can't be around a lot of people is spiritual energy. You pick up on what others carry. If someone is anxious, you feel it. If someone is angry, you sense it. If someone is carrying darkness, it stirs your spirit. That's why Jesus himself often withdrew from the crowds. Luke 5:16 says, "But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed." Even he needed space away from the noise, to recharge, to reconnect with the Father. The second reason is protection of destiny. Too many voices can confuse you. Too many opinions can derail you. When you're chosen, the enemy tries to use people as distractions. That's why God doesn't allow you to stay too close to too many. He will cut people off from your circle, not because you hate them, but because their presence could delay your purpose. The third reason is purity of assignment. Chosen ones carry an assignment that is not meant to be, polluted by the crowd's influence. If you get too comfortable blending in, you risk watering down what God placed in you. So he keeps you separate. Think of Jeremiah. God told him, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Jeremiah 1:5. Separation was part of his calling. Chosen one, that's why sometimes you feel lonely, but your loneliness is holy. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's not rejection, it's redirection. God removes the crowd so you can hear his voice more clearly. Now let me ask you, have you ever lost friends suddenly? Or felt God pulling you away from people you thought would be in your life forever? If that's you, write in the comments, "God is protecting me." Because sometimes what feels like loss is actually divine protection. The fourth reason chosen ones avoid large groups is because not everyone can handle your light. When your spirit walks into a room, it exposes things in others. Your presence stirs conviction. People who are comfortable in darkness may feel uneasy around you, even if you've done nothing. It's not you, it's the light in you. And here's the truth. Chosen ones thrive in smaller, intentional connections. Chosen one, let's be honest, sometimes it feels strange to be separated. You might wonder, why can't I just enjoy life like everyone else? Why do I feel so heavy after gatherings that others seem to enjoy? The truth is, your separation isn't a weakness. It's a spiritual necessity. One of the biggest reasons you cannot be around too many people is spiritual warfare. Crowds are not just physical gatherings, they carry spiritual atmospheres. Wherever there are a lot of people, there are a lot of spirits. Not everyone in that room is aligned with God. Some carry envy, some carry lust, some carry depression. And because your spirit is sensitive, you pick it all up. That's why after a party, a workplace meeting, or even a family event, you sometimes feel tired or restless. It's not just social exhaustion, it's spiritual transfer. You're absorbing what others are carrying. And because you're chosen, your spirit cannot pretend it didn't notice. Do you feel that sometimes? If so, type in the comments, "I feel it every time." You'll be surprised how many chosen ones share the same experience. Another reason chosen ones stay away from large groups is hidden envy. The truth is, your light makes people uncomfortable. You don't even have to say much. Your presence exposes things. People can sense your favor, your anointing, your different spirit, and while some will be drawn to it, others will secretly resent it. That's why Joseph's brothers hated him, not because he hurt them, but because his coat of many colors represented favor they couldn't handle. And chosen one, God will sometimes pull you away to protect you from enemies you don't even know exist. People smile in your face but carry knives in their hearts. And the sad reality is that envy doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from people closest to you, friends, family, even those you trusted. Have you ever noticed that the more you share your blessings, the quieter some people get? That's not your imagination. That's God revealing hidden envy, which is why sometimes he says, pull back. Don't tell everyone your plans. Don't share your vision with every ear. Comment this right now if you've been through it. God showed me the envy. That will resonate with others who've walked in your shoes. Another reason is energy draining. Chosen ones carry powerful energy because they are vessels of light. But light attracts everything, including moths. Some people don't want to pour into you, they only want to drain from you. They come close not because they love you, but because they want to feed on your peace, your joy, your wisdom. And if you stay around too many people like that, you'll start to feel empty. That's why Jesus himself, though surrounded by multitudes, constantly withdrew to recharge with his Father. He understood this principle. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. Chosen one, let me take you even deeper. There's a reason why you feel safer, lighter, and more aligned when you're around just a few people instead of a crowd. And it's not because you're antisocial. It's because your spirit was designed for intimacy, not popularity. Even Jesus showed us this principle. Think about it. He had thousands who followed him. Multitudes came to hear him speak. But out of the thousands, he only walked closely with 12. And even within the 12, he had an inner circle, Peter, James, and John. When he went up the mountain of transfiguration, he didn't take the whole crowd, he took the 3. When he prayed in Gethsemane, when his heart was heavy, he didn't bring the masses, he leaned on a small circle. What does that tell you? It means even the Son of God showed us that intimacy is greater than numbers. That chosen ones are not called to please the crowd, they're called to walk with the few. And here's why that matters for you. Not everyone deserves access to your spirit. Not everyone can handle the weight of your calling. Some people will try to pull you down to their level because they cannot rise to yours. That's why God will shut doors. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. Think about your own life. How many times has God allowed people to walk away? How many times did relationships end suddenly? Or friendships break apart, and at first it hurt. But later you realized, if they had stayed, they would have destroyed me. That's God's protection, not rejection. Chosen ones cannot be around a lot of people because crowds create confusion. Too many voices will drown out the one voice you need to hear, God's, and he doesn't want his children influenced by every opinion, every criticism, every trend. He wants your ear tuned to heaven, not the noise of the crowd. Another reason. When you carry light, you also carry weight. You may not notice it, but you carry people's burdens when they're around you. That's why sometimes people tell you things they've never told anyone else. Strangers might suddenly pour out their pain to you. It's because your spirit feels safe. But here's the truth. Not everyone is meant to unload on you. God didn't call you to carry the whole world. That's his job. And that's why he limits your circle, to keep you from being spiritually overwhelmed. Do you feel that sometimes? People open up to you everywhere you go and you wonder, why me? That's a sign of the chosen. Drop a comment. Yes, that happens to me if you've experienced it. You're not alone in that feeling. And here's something even more powerful. Chosen ones thrive in smaller, intentional circles because intimacy sharpens destiny. Proverbs 27:17 says, "Iron sharpens iron and one man sharpens another." But notice, it's not iron sharpens the crowd. No, it's one-on-one. The right few people around you will sharpen you, correct you, strengthen you. But the wrong many will only dull your edge. Chosen one, let me end with this truth. You were never called to be ordinary. You were never called to blend into the crowd. From the very beginning, God marked you, set you apart, and designed your path to look different. And because of that, your spirit cannot survive in spaces that were never built for you. Crowds will drain you, but solitude will fill you. Noise will confuse you, but silence will guide you. That's why you sometimes feel like you don't fit in, because you were never meant to. You were designed to walk with God, not to dance for the approval of men. Think about Moses. He spent years alone in the desert before leading Israel. Think about David. He was isolated in the fields with sheep before becoming king. Even Jesus went into the wilderness before his public ministry began. Do you see the pattern? Every chosen one must go through separation before stepping into elevation. So if you're watching this right now and you feel like you've been pushed out, overlooked, or misunderstood, I want you to hear me. It's not punishment, it's preparation. God is protecting your spirit because he knows your assignment. He knows the weight of your calling. He knows not everyone can walk with you into the next chapter. Sometimes you'll be surrounded by people and still feel alone. That's the Spirit showing you that the crowd can never fill the place only God was meant to occupy. And that ache in your heart, that longing, that's not loneliness, it's God pulling you closer. Chosen one, stop apologizing for needing space. Stop questioning why you can't be like everyone else. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You don't carry the same spirit they carry, you carry light. And light will always make darkness uncomfortable. And here's the truth. God will sometimes strip away every voice around you. So the only voice you have left to hear is his, because he knows that's where your power is found, not in the crowd, but in his presence. So take this as confirmation. Your circle may grow smaller, but your purpose is growing stronger. The fewer the people, the clearer the vision. The quieter the noise, the louder God's whisper. Now I want you to do something bold. If this message has been speaking to you, if you feel in your spirit that this was meant for you, I want you to declare it in the comments right now. I am chosen, and I accept God's separation. Write it, speak it, claim it. Because when you declare it, you align your faith with heaven's plan. And if you've been struggling with loneliness, let this be your reminder. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are exactly where God wants you. He is building you, shaping you, and preparing you for the moment when He reveals why He set you apart in the first place. Stay faithful. Stay obedient. Stay close to Him. Because, chosen one, your story is just beginning.